Santa on his sleigh, just in time for Christmas Day.
Hello and welcome. This is Midday News Update. A council ward in the hinterlands of South Ambanob local level government of Madang district in the Madang province is the first ward to have completed and officially hand over the 5-year ward development plan to the provincial government. It is a plan containing the goals of the community and a budget of 15 million kina to implement the plan. Councillor Dazen Gambala stated the plan was the vision for former leaders which has finally completed and submitted to the government. Midday Governor Ramsey Pariwa commended the efforts of the leaders of Efu Ward. Minister for Finance and Planning Ranbo Paita conveyed his heartfelt appreciation to the dedicated staff of Kundiawa Hospital. This is following a week-long stay there for a broken leg sustained during a touch footy game with family and friends in Goroka.
Minister Paita specifically acknowledged the expertise of Father Jaworski and Dr. Kalpa Upa, who successfully operated on his leg, inserting a plate and screws to mend the fracture. He expressed gratitude for the supportive environment in the isolation ward, emphasizing the positive experience shared with fellow patients and staff. Reflecting on spending Christmas away from his family in Finchafen, Minister Paita deemed it a blessing in disguise, embracing the opportunity to connect with patients and witness the challenges faced by public hospitals daily. While in hospital, he was visited by friends and colleague members of Parliament. A notable visit was by the Health Minister, Dr. Lino Tom. Tom announced a funding of 15 million kina for the extension of the theatre ward. In the spirit of the season, Minister Paita also distributed special gift bags and cakes to lift the spirits of both staff and patients. Minister Paita is poised to resume his duties after the new year, aiming to contribute to the improvement of the healthcare sector based on his recent hospital experience. Carol Kido Jr., TVWan News.
In sports, Canberra Raiders are deeply saddened by the passing of squad member Troy Dagan, who tragically lost his life in an accident on the morning of December 24th. Dagan met his fate in a tragic motorcycle accident when on holiday at Cook Highlands. The 26-year-old Dagan was of Cook Highlands and Indigenous Australia descent. Dagan made his NRL debut for South Sydney Rabbitohs in 2020 and went on to play one more game before signing with Canberra Raiders for the season 2024. During his short rugby league career, Dagan also represented Cook Islands in the 2021 Rugby World Cup qualification matches against South Africa and USA. Dagan had only been in Canberra since the commencement of the pre-season training, but had already established a number of friendships within the current playing group. His time at Australia's capital city was short-lived. Dagan's family has established a GoFundMe page to assist in the cost of repatriating the body of Troy from the Cook Islands, where the accident occurred. A lesser-known Paralympic sport, Bokia, is one of few sports able to be played by people with severe disabilities. Australia excels on the international stage, but it still faces many issues with funding and access.
Boccia is a sport you may not have heard of, but for Jessie Hooper, it is her world.
I found boccia and my mental health improved significantly. I found friends, I found sport to do, I found just something that I really loved to do and enjoy.
At the Boccia Nationals this year, the 23-year-old came second in the singles competition and third in the teams. But it hasn't been an easy journey for the disability support pensioner.
It does take quite a bit of money out of my own personal funds that, I might not spend on food or medical procedures.
For many severely disabled people like Jessie, who lives with a neurological condition, bocce is the only sport they can participate in. But it's expensive. Equipment like wheelchairs, balls and ramps can cost thousands of dollars.
Funding is always a big challenge. There isn't that broader community recognition of the sport.
The aim of the sport is to throw leather balls as close to a white jack as possible. Competitors are classified into 4 categories. Some participants have a ramp operator to support them.
Bocce is one of the most inclusive sports. It's available to a whole range of people with a whole range of disabilities.
Bocce is the fastest growing Paralympic sport, and Australia's Jamison Leeson and Dan Michelle are currently ranked first in the world in pairs.
We want to have medal potential athletes playing in Brisbane in every one of our classifications.
I'd really love to see more females be able to play and have that sense of community that I get to have with all my friends here.
High hopes for a unique sport.
That wraps up the news update. Join us for more at 6 p.m.